head coach Dan Muller, Keyshawn Evans, Phil Fain. We're going to ask Dan Muller to open up with a statement. Then we'll have questions for all three Redbirds. Dan, please.
Yeah, congratulations to Drake. I thought they were just so good. Then McGlynn goes down. They handled adversity. Just you can tell the character of their players and their coaches, and just a credit to their entire team. We picked a bad day to have a bad day, and they were great. So I love these guys up here, these seniors. It's tough to end like this. Tough season. Not obviously what we were expecting, but Drake was great today.
For Phil and Keyshawn, offensively, obviously you guys struggled in the first half. What was the main problem offensively, and what adjustments maybe did they make from the previous two times they had played you?
Phil, you go first, then we'll go to Keyshawn.
Yeah, we struggled in the first half. I had a couple of shots that I was missing and wasn't able to finish, and we were missing a lot on the offensive end. I'm not sure what adjustments they made. It just seemed like they came out, they played harder than we played today, and just came out more aggressive and were the aggressors this time.
Yeah, we just didn't match their competitiveness. That was probably the main difference from the first two times we played. Like, they came out with their heads on fire, and we kind of came out a little bit passive and not aggressive and smart how we should have. So it kind of came back and bit us in the butt.
For both of the players, it's over now, your college careers, but just specifically this season, is it disappointing are you going to look back on it as a disappointment that you guys had high goals and you weren't able really to accomplish it?
Keyshawn, you're first this time.
I mean, it's hard to really think about it right now. Like, still kind of just numb from the game. But I mean, regardless of what happened this year, I'm still proud of our guys and happy with how we handled a lot of adversity that we had as a team and individually. And I mean, 1 year doesn't define our careers, in my opinion, with and doesn't define the relationship I have with my brothers isn't affected by this year.
You took the words right out of my mouth, literally. So, yeah, just what Keyshawn said. Everybody said we're still brothers at the end of the day, and like he said, just one season didn't really define our careers and everything. We still have a lot of returners that are going to do great things next year, and be able to learn from this season's experience and everything, and be able to carry it on next year. Got a lot of sit-out guys that are going to be great contributions to the team. So we definitely take it for the younger guys to take it as a learning experience, what to do and what not to do throughout the season, for sure.
Dan, you changed obviously the lineup at the start of the second half. Could you kind of talk about the reasoning behind that? And obviously it seemed to work for a while there.
Yeah, it worked for a while. Just trying to go with the guys that were competing the hardest. This time of year, I never really care who plays, but I thought Ray had a great first half. I thought Josh was pretty good, and I mean that's really all it came down to. Nothing more than that, and those guys did a great job to start. Got a little tired, and we subbed throughout, but it was that simple.
On the left.
Again, a lot of highs and a lot of lows this season. Ultimately, for all three of you, how would you kind of, describe the season as a whole?
We'll go Phil, Keyshawn, and then the coach.
Season as a whole, just like I said in my last statement, it was a lot of highs and a lot of lows throughout the season. But I felt like it was a learning experience, just like for the seniors. Since we've been through this before, it shouldn't have been a learning experience for us. But for the other guys, it's definitely a learning experience. Seeing how they should lead, the new captains, the new leaders, how they should lead the team and everything, and how they should go about when we went through a streak when we lost 5 games in a row, how to face adversity. Adversity is going to pop up through anybody's season. So it's a great learning experience for everybody. Even though we didn't accomplish what we wanted to accomplish, I still felt like we did show strong points throughout the season sometimes, and we showed our lowest, and sometimes we showed how we could fight through adversity as well too.
I would say the same thing, just a learning experience. At the end of the day, like, yeah, we're sad that we lost, but at the same time, we're still Redbirds always. So, I mean, I think it's important just to keep the culture and just to keep the program going, obviously. So, like, for next year, even though we won't be playing, I still think we'll be better next year because we would have learned from everything that we had to go through this year. So, I would just say a learning experience.
Yeah, I'm disappointed I didn't do a better job at this group. These two guys in particular right here deserve to experience things they didn't experience this year with wins and continue to play. This program's all about the players. And these two guys, and are the two seniors, but these two guys don't have another chance. And so I'm pretty damn disappointed in myself.
Anything else for the Redbirds? Last question here. Jim, go ahead.
Dan, you got it to 11 fairly quickly in the second half. Was it just the inability to really string a couple defensive stops together at that point that kind of really halted the momentum a couple times?
Yeah, a little bit of fatigue. We had some turnovers during that stretch after we cut it to 11. And then defensively, the Murphy twins were just so physical with their penetration. We were either fouling or they were getting shots around the rim and making tough shots. So we just didn't really have an answer for those two guys throughout the entire game, but they got baskets when they needed them.
Okay, gentlemen, thank you very
Thank
much.
you, guys.